My name is Corissa and I beat cancer before it had a chance to beat me. 20 years ago, when I was pregnant with my third child, my mom had been suffering with cancer, and I will say the word suffer because it wasn't an easy ride. She was near the end of her illness, and my family doctor at the time suggested having a prophylactic mastectomy when I was finished having my babies, finished breastfeeding my babies, and just asked me to think about it. Last summer I had a mammogram and it revealed that my breast tissue had changed. Not significantly, but enough for my doctor to ask me questions about my cancer risk. This was a new doctor to me, and I hadn't yet revealed to him my strong family history. When I started writing out how many people in my family had been affected by breast cancer, he was shocked. He was shocked that I hadn't done anything about it sooner and that none of my doctors had done anything with me about it sooner. He asked me when I was coming back to Winnipeg. I was living in Kingston, Ontario at the time, and when I said I could go back anytime, he left the room for a few minutes, came back and said, "I'd like you to talk with Dr. Islur. He is one of the leads of the best breast reconstruction team we have here in Canada. Speak with him, find out your options, and go from there." My doctor also wanted me to self-refer because he believed in the power of self-advocacy. If you take charge of your own health, you're more likely to learn and research and to seek out the options that are out there. When I met with Dr. Islur to talk with him about prophylactic mastectomy, he gave me two different options. One of them was the DIAP, and he explained how they would be doing the procedure and what the recovery may look like. And he also gave me the option to have implants put in. They would just remove the breast tissue and stick in implants, and away I would go. The difference with the two surgeries is that recovery time is much shorter for implants, 1 to 2 weeks, whereas with DIAP, it's much longer. At about 12 weeks, a person is about 75 to 80% recovered, fully recovered in about a year. The difference for me was that with DIAP, I use all my own natural tissue. The surgeon removes tissue from my belly and use that to create breast mounds. So I was able to have the option of having my own natural tissues create my own natural breasts. So my breasts are warm, they're soft, and they're mine. I have reduced my cancer risk from about 80% to less than 5%. The normal population of women walking around without any family history is about 11 to 12%. So my risk right now is less than most women out there. And I have three main reasons why reducing my risk is so important to me. 3 years ago, I lost my beloved husband to brain cancer. We struggled and lived for 10 years with cancer. My children grew up in the shadow of cancer. They were not going to lose another parent to cancer. The second reason I did this is for my new husband. My current husband, who I married a year ago, has no idea of what I went through as a spouse. I want to spare him as much as I can from the demon of cancer. And the third reason I did this is for me. I want to live, and I felt like I was in the time of my life, physically, emotionally, and mentally, to take charge and to do something about it. I am very happy that I made the decision to have my breast removed and had breast reconstruction immediately after surgery. The recovery has been tough, but just knowing that my risk has been reduced makes everything worth it. That was what propelled me in my recovery to make it through the next minute, to make it through the next day, knowing that my breast now would be cancer-free. If you have a strong family history of cancer, or you think you may have cancer, Don't ignore the risks. Don't ignore what you're feeling. Go see your family doctor, get a physical, go for a mammogram, and see what the results say. Go in with confidence. Go in with a list of questions. Take a friend with you or a spouse, someone who can be your second set of ears, and ask questions. Don't think that any question is off limits. Ask anything you want to ask about the surgery. The greatest gift of having this mastectomy is now living a life without the fear of breast cancer. I've written a little bit about my story on my website, oneunexpectedlife.com. You can also read more about the breast cancer journey and breast reconstruction on Dr. Islur's website at drislur.ca. You don't have to be a victim. You have choices. Take control of your own story.